Welcome to Epic Mom Life. I am your host, Kara Peterson. This show is sponsored by The Possum's Tale, a unique book adventure for your 6 to 12-year-old child. Let's jump into today's show. Hi, I'm Kara Peterson, the creator of Epic Publisher. I wanted to tell you just a little bit about me and why Epic Publisher started. So I am a mother of two fabulous adult boys, so I guess they're men now, 22 and 27, and I've also been married for 30 years to a fabulous man, Sean. I have been a public educator. I taught middle school and I taught language arts and social studies. I loved it. I also started a nonprofit on kindness, and that was an amazing time in my life. It was also very challenging because I didn't know anything about nonprofits, but it was a wonderful experience. And I am a writer. How did I become a writer? It's interesting because I have always loved to write. And when I think I was about 10 years old, I went to what today would be called the Saturday market, with all of the goods and the produce and all of that. And there was a palm reader there, of all things, and she actually said that she could read it in my palm that I was going to be a writer at that time. And it never even occurred to me that I could be a writer when I was that age, but that always stuck with me. So I'm not saying that she read it in my palm, but she did give me the idea that I could do that. And I love to write. So Epic Publisher was born out of Epic Engineer. Epic Engineer was my pen name for my children's book, The Possum's Tale. I created that because, heck, how often do you write a book, and how fun is it to create a pen name? We have a lot of engineers in our family, so I was kind of poking fun at them because I play with words and I play with the sound of the words. So I was creating in a lot of ways, so I decided I was an engineer. And then epic is a form of poetry. It's a long format of poetry, and the book that I wrote is in poetic form. So I decided that I was going to be the epic engineer. I also created something called an epic change, and I will talk to you more about that later. But so I had the epic engineer, and then as I evolved, I was writing a lot of things. I love to write. I created journals. I created all kinds of stuff and assets or whatever that moms would love, like chore charts and SEL stickers and how to use them and kindness calendars. And I just kept producing and producing and producing. I created journals and workbooks on masterminds. And so to have all of that at The Possum's Tale, because you can go to thepossumstale.com and read all about that book and everything I have to offer, it didn't make sense to have it there. So I became the Epic Publisher, and I started putting all of the things that I create there. I also discovered blogging. Now it's funny because everybody says a lot about blogging, like, oh, I'm a blogger, and they make money off being a blogger. Well, I used blogging to vent my creativity for writing. I love to research and I love to write. So I was able to combine these two things and do a weekly blog. I research things that I think will be really beneficial for moms. Why do I pick moms? When I look back at my life, I've done a lot of things. The most rewarding, the most difficult, and the very, very, very most important thing that I am doing and have done is being a mom. That has meant the most to me. So I reach out to other moms and I talk about just stuff that I think that they will find interesting. I talk about parenting, connection. I feel that connection is huge. That was something that I didn't have as a mom, and I think I would have done so much better if I'd had that. And I talk about education because I know quite a bit about that field. I've studied a lot about homeschooling because homeschooling has evolved so much, and I like to present all of the different options that you have that are out there. So that is who I am and who Epic Publisher is. The only other thing that I have is from Epic Change. Epic Change was something that meant a lot to me because I feel like the world can be kind of out of control sometimes, and we get inundated and we feel like we can't do anything. And I realized we actually can make a huge difference. And that's all under Epic Change on my website at epicpublisher.com. So please feel free to go there. I would love to have you look at that and tell me what you think. So, in end, I would just love to say welcome to Epic Mom Life. I am so glad you're here. Please introduce yourself in the comments and let me know what you're doing and what you think about this life that you're living. If you are hearing this message, you've listened to the entire episode, and for that, I want to send you a huge thank you. Please leave me a comment or review and share with other moms you know. Get in touch in the comments or on Kara's social media network.